Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone today? I thought I would jump on quickly. And I was over on Instagram and I said that I would jump on here and show you some of the new online exclusive products that have come out this March. They've been out for 9 days for customers now, and they're very exciting. There's some really cute things. There's some things that I probably have bought to try and get myself out of my comfort zone, but I just wanted to jump on and show you some of them because I know that now they're not in an actual catalogue. Stampin' Up! Is bringing us some new products online probably twice a year, I think it is. We're just going to have some online exclusives that just get ordered through my shop, and I'll try and put the link in if my computer, excuse me, moving everything around, if my computer will let me. Let's see what it'll do. Of course, nothing wants to work when you have it a certain way. So let's see if I can get it to work now. You kind of need all these things set up before you go live, but it wouldn't be me if I had them set up. Nope, that did not work. Did not work. Let's try this. There you go. There's the link. I was using the wrong code. So that's the code to go and have a look at the online exclusives if you want to purchase anything, because they are now open to customers to buy. But I want to show you some of the things that have come out. And I've made 1 or 2 cards. And we'll see if we can get a card in today as well, making some of these beautiful cards using some of these things. Let's just have a quick look. Let me just switch this back over. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to rock this again. Oh, dear me. Don't go live with Beck. Nothing works. Okay. So let's switch this down to my desk. And as we can see, I have a blank canvas ready to show you everything. So let's start with the online exclusive that you may have already seen me post quite a few times, and that is the beautiful paper, and it's a beautiful suite. It is the Hello Irresistible suite. So it comes with this beautiful foiled paper here, and this is called Naturally Gilded, and it comes in the gold. Let's open it up. Comes in the gold, the silver, and the bronze. No, just the gold. Oh, no, it just comes in the bronze. There we go. Gold, silver, and bronze. And this is just absolutely gorgeous, this paper. This is kind of like a tree winter wonderland kind of look. You've got your bronze florals and your gold florals here. I can just see this one going beautifully with some of kind of like the perched bird one. There's also all the happy forest friends that they would look really cute on that. So there's some beautiful papers that come in that suite. Along with this suite is the Hello Irresistible papers. Now these are just stunning. I'm not going to go through every single one, but they're just beautiful. Like, look at these. These are great because the die cuts these out, and I'll show you that die in a minute. You've got the beautiful, now look at that. That's just, to me, that's just absolutely stunning. Simple 1-page cards. Little sentiment embossed on there, and you've got a beautiful card. We got the soft sea foam. Now we have this beautiful, pretty peacock, sneak peek of what's coming. Now every year we have 5 colours leave us and 5 colours come into the catalogue with Stampin' Up. But this year we're actually going to have a few more leave us, which is sad, but it means some of our old but favourites are coming back. And one of them is this pretty peacock, and I absolutely love this dark pretty peacock colour. It goes beautifully with so many things in our colour collection. So I'm really excited for that to come back. We've got your soft sea foam and your So saffron, which is the yellow, and then all your, what's the colours? Calypso Coral, Petal Pink. So there's some beautiful colours. We've got a die that looks like this. I'll show you that in a minute. And I'll show you an example of a card that I've made with this, but just some gorgeous papers. So that's the papers that go with it. And obviously being a suite, it comes with a bundle, so a stamp set and a die. This is our beautiful stamp set, the Irresistible Blooms, and the dies that go with it. And as you can see, they've got these wonderful circular dies here. We've also got... I've got it sitting here somewhere. We've also got the this die, which goes really well in the background of a lot of cards. It just shows off. You can do tone on tone, color on color, which is really, really pretty. And it goes really well with a lot of things. I've got some cards I can show off in a minute. I'll do that at the end. But this die here. Oh, why do you have something on your desk? Honestly, my desk is not that messy and it just disappears. Let's have a quick gander over here and see if I can find it. And if I can't, I'll have to show you later. Oh, here it is. I knew I put it in a pile so that I wouldn't lose it. So this is this die here. So I don't know if you can see that, but it cuts out perfectly like that. It actually cuts out fully still in the square. So this outline one won't cut all the way, and I've just trimmed around the little tiny circles to cut it fully out. So you can either cut the full thing out or cut it out of the middle of a paper and have like a pop through card, which is really cool. Okay, so going back to what we were looking at, so that's the beautiful suite there, and it comes with these beautiful loose frosted gems. And these come in those colours, the pinks, the turquoise, that pretty peacock colour, and your So Saffron. And you can just stick them to your projects with little glue dots, which is great. Let me see, just very quickly, because I'm so organised, get you the card that I made with that. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just looking over here. I'm sure we will come up with it somewhere. I never have it in the exact same spot that I left it. I can't find the one that I really want to show you, but these will give you examples. So this is the thank you card for the month if you purchase anything through me. This would have been the thank you card that you got last month, or could be this month, maybe this month. And you can see this beautiful embossing in the background. That's another sneak peek of something that has come out. So just gorgeous paper and your little frosted gems. And this is your stamp. I've just embossed stamped this and then watercoloured inside. So it's got some beautiful, beautiful stamps, that one. And I really love these cards. They're great. Great project to make cards with. So this one came out a little bit earlier. I was able to pre-order this one, so I've been able to have a play with this a lot more than the others, but this was a great suite for us to play with. So now let's have a look at another beautiful card, the beautiful suite set bundle. I know what I'm talking about. That's the only suite that they've brought out as an exclusive offer. But now we can have a look at some of the other stamp sets. So we got the classic letters. Now these are great. As it says, they're very classic. Classic letters. They're your photopolymer, so they're clear, so you can see where you're stamping them. They are excellent for cards to be able to create whatever you want. Write whatever you want on them, which is really, really good. It comes in handy when you can't find that exact sentiment that you need, and when you want to do cards with names and things on it like that. We also have these beautiful dies. Now, these are called the Elegant Border dies. Now, I'm not normally into things like this. They're a little ornate for me. I love looking at cards that are made with these, so please share everything that you've made with these, because I'm really excited to see when you get your hands on these what can be made with them. I'm going to give them a go though. This is my challenge for the week, is to make some cards with this. So watch my Instagram if you want to see some cards made with these. I think they're very pretty. They'd be perfect for like engagement, wedding cards, that kind of thing. But yeah, just not normally what I would go for, but hopefully I can create some beautiful things with that. We also have other border dies. So here we've got the Radiating Stitches dies, and these are quite beautiful. And it doesn't cut, as you can see. I don't know if you can see this. This one here does not cut on the inside. It only cuts on the outside. So it looks, and I've done it in white, so I don't know if you can see it. It looks like this. So it gives that ridged effect in there, but it's not actually cutting the center out. But what you can do is then use this die and cut the center out if you want an actual border, and you'll have this same ridged effect on the inside of the next square, and so forth and so forth. So it's quite pretty. It's got the beautiful heart there. I'm finding having these hearts just randomly placed on a card is looking really cool. There's some beautiful cards out there already. So that one is another gorgeous die set. So we've got those 2 dies in the stamp set. And then we've got another stamp set, The Growth Takes Time. This is stunning. This is a really pretty stamp set, and I think it's stunning because with everything going on at the moment, we need encouragement. Like, please don't tell me I'm alone when your life is just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. So sometimes we just need to, here you go, be patient, your time will come, be gentle with yourself. Sometimes we need to hear those words just to get through our day-to-day lives. So this is a beautiful stamp set for that. And it's a cling stamp set, so you're going to get that beautiful, clear, thick stamp. Give it a little bit of a colour in with blends. I can imagine this on maybe some craft paper or really organic looking. These will make some beautiful cards with these stamps. So what else have we got? Okay, 2 more bundles I've got here. Oh, I got some ribbon. So we've got some twine just here. Gold and silver trim combo. So it's just really thin. Let me have a look. I thought it was thin twine, but it says trim. And I'm just looking at it going, that's not as thin as I thought. See, we learn something new every day. Let me just open this up. Does anyone else have trouble getting this plastic off? I mean, you want it to be on there because it protects it. It just takes... it's a little bit thicker. That's nice, and it really is trim. So it's got like a double edge on one side with... I don't know if you can see that. Double edge on one side with like the white in the middle, and the other side is silver all the way through. So I think it's meant to be the silver all the way through, but you could even turn it over and make it look quite pretty on that side as well. That's gorgeous. So that's the same in the gold. You've got the trim in the gold, a little bit of white through that as well in the middle. That's going to look pretty because it's just that little bit thicker than twine. I wonder if it bows okay. Now I'm going to do a bit of a dodgy bow right now just to get it. Oh, look, it bows perfect. It stays in place. Okay. So if I just twisted that, if I did a proper bow, it actually stays in place. Look at that. So you're going to get, it's a bit of a dodgy bow, but you could make it look quite nice because it would hold its figure, so to speak. Hold its figure. I heard a thing the other day. It goes, what did it say? I don't know why I repeat jokes because I can never actually remember what the joke was. But it says, I'm in shape. That's what it was. I'm in shape. Round is a shape. I like that. It's my new favourite little saying. Round is a shape. We're all a little bit round in our own way, aren't we? Got those curved edges. Okay, so our next one is the Rhino Ready stamp set and dies. This is so cute, and I'm finding that little animals like this are quite popular at the moment. You can have like a thank you card or, you know, an encouragement card, a little kid's card, a baby card, an adult card. They still love animals. It is very, very cute. So I made, and you would have seen, oh no, I haven't posted it on Instagram. Do you want to see it today? This is a sneak peek of what's going to go on Instagram today. So I made one really simple card. All I've done is stamp the background and then stamp a little rhino here and colour him in with the blends with his little birdie friend. And I've actually used that inner die from the last set, from this set here. I've used this middle die here just to cut out the edge and have a straight edge on here, trimmed it down, and that's the little rhino die. The iridescent pearls here I've just coloured in with the blends to make it sort of blend more in with that. So that's a really cute card. I liked that one. Something really simple for beginners. If you're not sure where to start, stamp him in the background, colour one of him in, off he goes. And then for a little bit more of an oomph, we've got the You're Built Tough. So I've just popped the dimensionals underneath this frame, and again all I've done is get a standard size piece and use this same one to trim out the middle, and I've added these beautiful leaves from the dies. We've got in these dies, we've got the tropical leaves here and this little leaf here, so I've used those. We've got our little grass, which I've got placed here. A little rhino, on dimensionals here, and just give it sort of a mini 3D look. You could really pop this out and make a 3D card. I just tried to keep it a little bit simpler. And now fern embossing folder. So it's an oldie but a goodie. We've had it for a year. It's in our annual catalogue, so don't miss out on getting that. Our annual catalogue actually runs out in 6, 8 weeks, 7 weeks maybe. So not long now. So if there's anything that you want out of the mini or the annual, like, now's the time to get it. These exclusive online products, we don't know how long they're going to be around. This is new for Stampin' Up, and we're really excited that they're bringing these out, like really excited. But they could sell out in a week. They could sell out in 6 months. We actually don't know. This is the first time. So all I'm telling you is don't miss out. And however you interpret that, whenever you want to purchase them, just please don't miss out. If you love something that you're seeing today, go and get it, because I don't want you to miss out. Because I can't guarantee they'll ever come back. They're online exclusives. You just don't know. So, yes, so we've got these two little cute rhino cards I made at midnight last night. What else do you do? Making cards. So that was something cute that I thought I'd try. So there's lots of different things you can make with these. I had some beautiful coloured ferns leaves here that I'm going to use up later this afternoon, try and make something else. But go wild. Try and think of something. We might try and see if we can make this simple card this afternoon. I'll show you another technique of doing that, something really quick and easy. What else? Last but not least, we've got our circle punches. Now these, I think one of them's already sold out in America. So however you want to interpret that, don't miss out. We've got our 2-inch and our 1 3/4-inch punches in the circle. And you might be sitting there thinking it's just a circle punch. It's not just a circle punch. You will use this so many times. The amount of times I've needed to just punch a circle, and I don't want to get the dies and the skem out and do all that. I just want to punch a circle. These will come in so handy in your collection. So great options there. And then last but not least is our tropical leaf bundle. And I have a feeling this is going to be really popular because I've seen a lot of cards on Instagram already made with this. Some stunning cards out there. Anything from just keeping it simple to just stamping the palm leaves on there, to being able to emboss them and do like a Joseph Coat look. I saw that today. That was really pretty. I think Heidi, last name's I'm lost with, but go and check, Google Heidi and Stamping Up. She's done a beautiful like Joseph Coat one. There was another stunning one that had like blending and things like that. I just did something really simple, so I want to show you that one. Again, I've used that fern embossing folder. I don't know if you can see it in the background on the black. It's a little hard to see. And then I've just stamped the rainbow kind of coloured effects. I've used the Charming Sentiments, I think it's called, which is Lisa Curcio's $1 Million stamp set, to do the stamps, because I love that it die cuts out these Die cuts out the sentiments perfectly. A little bit of twine in the in colours. Just some bright colour. Just bright. Why wouldn't you want bright in your life? So something really simple, again, which is perfect. Another one that I haven't made with the ferns yet, but another thing I wanted to show you, and it's just reminded me, is our embossing folders. So this one's going to be popular. So be careful about that. If you want that one, go and get it. But our embossing folders come in. I don't know if you can see them perfectly on the camera. I will get them out. So you have the dots. You have these beautiful domed dots. Now, I tried playing with them the other day. I don't think it's not the effect or the look that I was going for. So I was playing with it and it's just a little scrap now I'll have to use up. I was colouring in the dots to see if that worked, which you can with the blends, colour in the dots. But you can see that domed like look that it gives on there. It's just very, very pretty, that one. And then you have this one here. This is one of my favourites. It's like a star / floral, like a mosaic tile look. That's how I would describe that one, the mosaic tile look. And it is, here we go. You can have a sneak peek at my mother-in-law's anniversary card, my in-law's anniversary card. This one here is what that gives you, that look in the background. I think it's quite stunning. That's a really cute one. And then you've got your more subtle stripes, checkered. I don't know how you would describe that, but that's going to be a favourite on just subtle cards. So this one was on my thank you card on the International Blog Hop that I'm doing with Kylie Bertucci. She does an international blog hop, and people from all over the world contribute. Make a card, place a card, and you vote for your top 5. Can you tell I'm into the really bright colours at the moment? I'm going bright with all my cards. I'm not keeping it simple. So that comes as a pack of 3. I think it's like $50 or something, which is really good. Comes as a pack of 3. So these are some of the cards that I've been making this month, just with some of the online exclusives. And it's really fun to create new and exciting things to push the boundaries a little bit more. I normally don't go for rhinos. I don't go for the elegant borders, so I'm going to trial that later this evening. But, yeah, this is exciting to be able to make some extra cards and to have some fun with them. But I was thinking today, let's just have a little quick play, and I'm really going to try something fresh and new. We'll keep it simple. We'll do the rhinos again just here. We'll do something similar to this, but I want to put a little bit more of a textured background as opposed to your stamped, and we'll try that some of our punches out and put some punches on there. So let's just go with, I've got some, and this is not in the online exclusives, but this is one in the mini catalogue. This is the textured shimmer paper. I haven't used this yet, and I really want to. So I was thinking we could use some of this textured shimmer paper. We could pick a colour. I'm just thinking, I might want a blue background, or do we want white? I might go the white background and just blend it a little bit with the colour of my choice, but I'm actually going to punch out a leaf in this. So while I've got it here, I'm just going to go into the edge. Let's go this way. All you need to do with your paper, and I'm making it awkward because I've got the paper in here, is just slide it in. I'm going to not waste any, so I'm going to slide this right to the edge. And I'm just going to push down, and there is a beautiful leaf. As you can see, there's a bit of a shimmer. Let's slide that back in. There's a bit of a shimmer to this paper too, so it's really quite pretty. I'm going to steal a piece of this because we're going to try and blend it and see if that blending effect works on this paper here. Okay. Now, remember which way you want to go. So the ridges go this way. So if you want lengthways on your card or you want vertical on horizontal on your card, I think I'm going to go horizontal on my card. And I'm actually going to make it the full size of a card. So we're going 14.9 or 14.8 and a half is what I tend to do. And then that 10.5, we're cutting that, and that's your front card size. It's the exact card size that you would find if you were doing the metric. So we're in Australia. We're in Australia, so it's metric. So just keep those measurements in mind. If you're doing imperial, you'll want, I don't even remember what it is. I wrote it down the other day. I think it's like 5.5 by something or 4.5 by something. So make sure you check that out. And we want just a basic white card base. So I have some of those in my drawer. And we're going to stick that directly onto it like this. But before I do, I just want to blend it a little bit. We want to pick a colour. So we're going to think we're putting rhinos on this. We're going to have the green leaf, and we're also going to put some, I want to punch out a circle, but I want something textural. So let's go with the new vellum that's in the mini catalogue. So Vellum Basics, I'm pretty sure it's in the mini catalogue. It's quite pretty. And they have like this, they have this leafy one here. Can you see those leaves through that? I don't think the other one is what I want. I think the leaf is what I want. Yeah, the other one's got stripes or dots. So let's go with the leaf because we want to stick with that sort of jungle-ish theme. And we want to blend this. Now, this could be disastrous. I've not blended this before, so let's see what it looks like. But we want to stick with this theme. So how about we go with this colour? And I'm pretty sure that is garden green. Let's double check. No, shaded spruce. There you go. I'm glad I checked. Shaded spruce. So let's grab our shaded spruce and our green blending brush. And I'm going to go from the corner up and make it so that our little, might go from this corner up because I generally tend to stick things on this side. Now, when you're blending, you just want to grab a bit of ink, but you also want to make sure that, especially on these ridges, you want to blend off first, because if I blend straight on there, I'm going to leave lines. So I'm going to blend off and then come in. And it is so smooth. It is actually smoother than normal paper because it's got that shimmer to it. And I'm just going to blend right out until it gets, as it gets softer. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? So I'm just going to give it a tiny bit more in this corner because I'm loving that colour, and I might just blend it up just a tiny bit more. But how wonderful and how deep. So see how I went direct on, and so it's made it that little bit darker, but that's okay because it's shimmer. It's actually blending quite nicely. So let's do that. And so when I pop this leaf up against it, it's not such a stark contrast anymore. So we can go with that. That's looking really nice. I'm happy with that. And I'm going to, it might be a little small, but let's try this punch. I'm going to punch out in the 2-inch punch. I'm going to punch out this vellum. And we're going to just pop him in there and give him a good squeeze. It might be a little small. We might need a bit of a bigger, but I could do 2 because I really like that effect. So let's do 2 and see if I can overlap them, whether that's going to... Card making is all trial and error, and nothing is wrong. If you don't use this in this card, You may use it in another card. We can overlap him. We can stick him underneath. You just do one. So what we can do is, because we're not 100% sure, I can either go and get a die and cut out a larger one, or I can use the two of them. But before I do that, I want to get my little rhino that's going to sit there and go from there, because we want our rhino size. Well, here we go. Look, if you're ever in doubt, the rhino die, which one are we going to pick? He's going to sit on there like that. So he's actually going to cover quite a fair bit of it, or we can have it overlapping and have Mr. Rhino in the middle here like that, which is also an option. So I don't think it's going to be too small. I think it'll be just fine. So we're going to place those like that. We'll just move them to the side, and I'm going to leave my paper here because I'm going to want to blend, but I need a little scrap piece of white cardstock to stamp my rhino on. So here's a little piece of white cardstock. I'm going to stamp my rhino on him. Now, I did have the one that was sitting down, but I might even use the one that's walking. What about this little guy? Yeah, I quite like him actually. We're going to use him because I've used the sit down one on a few of my cards. So I'm going to use this little walking one. So here's my little walking rhino. We just want some black ink. Now, when you're using your blends, you want to use your Memento ink. So the trick is a water-based ink with alcohol blends, or an alcohol ink with water-based markers and like watercoloring. So if you're going to use your water painters, I would suggest using StazOn, which is quite strong and it does stain your stamps, so be mindful of that. And it's alcohol based, or your water based Memento, which is what I use for pretty much everything else, if you're going to use your blends. And that stops that running, the black ridges running. So let's pop this little guy. There we go. Stamp him. Move some of this out of the way. Now with your cleaning, oh, did you hear that? I dropped a die. That's why you have to put things away back and not play with them. Okay, so cleaning. Oh, dear me. Oh, you caught that live. My husband sprayed outside the house for bugs. So inside the house, there have been bugs, and we still have to bomb inside the house. Oh, that gave me a fright. Oh, dear me. Okay. Right, let's try that again. Our chamois, it looks horrible. It is not dirty. I think I need to take a breather. You're all going to have a chuckle at this if you watch this back. Oh, dear me. I can deal with bugs. I can kill bugs. It's fine. But I don't like being startled by bugs. Okay. Oh, I can see some of you watching. You're probably having a giggle at me right now. Okay. So we are just going to clean it on the chamois like this, and it cleans straight up. Now I'm going to put that chamois to the side, and I'm actually going to clean it. But as long as your chamois is damp, give it a wash out. Yes, mine's getting a bit dark, so it's probably time to buy a new one. But realistically, it's just stained. It's not actually the ink in there because I rinse it out regularly. And that makes our stamps really nice and clean. Heart's still racing. And let's grab some blends. I'm going to use my light and dark grey granite. They're the colours I'm going to use. And for his little toes, I'm actually going to use ivory. So we've got an ivory and a bronze, and I really like this ivory because it's got like a pinkish tone to it, but it's not too pink. So I'm just going to colour in his little toenails because, you know, rhinos don't have clean white, clear toenails like us. Their tusks aren't perfectly white. They're, you know, they've had damage and they've been out in the weather and they don't have to be perfect. I'm just going to line the dark areas and just go over it once or twice to make it a little bit darker. But over the tip and the light areas, I'm actually just going to go over it once. I'm just going to colour in the edge a little bit more where the lines are, and that sort of gives it shading. It's really hard for you to see there, isn't it? It just gives it a little bit of shading. It'll be more obvious with the grey. So you want I personally use the dark blend first because then I use the light blend to blend it in. So, and you can go over it a few times if you miss a section or you want to add something, that's fine. I'm just going to see if I can zoom this in for you. Give me a second. Did that zoom in for you? I hope it did. I probably won't be able to zoom back out now. Okay. So I'm just going to, as I said, grab the dark and go along all these extra lines that are already naturally there in the stamps. That gives you an idea of where shading would normally be or where the wrinkles are in something. And I'm also going to go like underneath here because I know that underneath that head there's going to be shade under there. There's going to be a bit of shading around the feet where it's a bit darker. And what you're going to do is if the light's coming, say, from this direction, you're going to make all this light and it's going to be darker under here. So I'm just going to start with that. I'm going to put a bit of darkness on this side of his little nostril and under his eyes. I'll put a bit of darkness because, you know, we've all got darkness under our eyes, don't we? Lack of sleep, us crafters. And then we're going to go with the light, and I like to use the paintbrush end for this end. So it has a paintbrush end and a fine tip, and I use the fine tip for thin drawing or for doing the shading, and then the paintbrush end to colour it in. So I'm just going to stroke, I'll just colour his little tail in quickly, but I'm just going to stroke like this. And as you can see, you're probably sitting there going, oh, there's a massive line. I can see the darkness compared to the lightness. That's normal. The thing I love about alcohol blends is there's no lines in the same colour, like in the same texture. It evaporates, the alcohol evaporates, and straight away you've got perfect colouring in, so you don't need to worry about that because I'm not the most perfect colour inner. But I'm going to grab this and I'm actually going to circle around and just touch base. I'm going to circle around the dark places and kind of blend it into and just lightly go back over and blend it in. And I don't know if you can see that, but you can see that there's darker areas, but it's not so stark anymore. And you can just keep doing that and keep layering on. Now, if you go, oh, it's not dark enough, I want it to be darker, add more dark, then go back over it with light. You just keep going back and forth like that. So we're just going to go over his little ears, scroll down his face like this. Now my hubby's going to walk in the door any second because I got on later than I should have. So if you hear noises and doors and stuff in the background, I do apologise. My office is in the front living area. Okay, so see how he's sort of got like this double line here? I'm just to smooth that out, I'm just going to scroll down like that and it's all smoothed out. But I'm going to make this area here darker. A little bit of lightness on his darkness on his cheeks and lightness around there. And just blend it in a little. And as it dries, you'll get that tone, but you won't get too much going on. Now we're just going to die cut him out. So I'll grab my mini because we only need the mini. Now the mini is a great little one to get if you want to join Stampin' Up. So if you want a discount of 20% or more, best way is to actually join Stampin' Up because you get that perfect, you get $169, but you get $235 worth of product, and you can add the mini in that. So I'm just going to put him on the little surface just there. Oh, look, hubby's being quiet. Now he's shaking them because I was teasing him. So we're just going to put it on there, and we're just going to very carefully place this on top. I like to just push down a little bit so it doesn't move. And we're just going to roll it through. Now with the mini, it's quite light and it's going to move around. So just put your hand, a bit of pressure on there so it can go through. You might hear some cracking, some thudding. You know, it's fine. That's what happens because as you can see, the metal cuts into the plate. That is normal. But what happens is you get this perfectly cut out little piece. So why on earth would you sit there and fussy cut out when you have the dies? So that's why I always make sure I get the dies with the stamp set. It makes life so much easier. Okay, so we're going to do that. And we'll put this aside. Now I'll probably use this top bit for a sentiment. So I'll find a cute little sentiment in a minute. So now that we've got him, whoops, he can sit in this little spot just here. And we just get a little sentiment. Shall I tell? We're live, but I need to tell you what happened to me. I opened up my wet chamois to clean my stamps while live on YouTube. Yeah, a cockroach came out. I was just saying we still have yet to bomb the inside of the house. But, yeah, I threw it across the room. And whoever's watching me is having a chuckle. Okay, so we want a sentiment. And I think we're going to do It's a Great Day. We're going to do It's a Great Day because it really is. It's a really great day. So all we need to do is stamp that one. Get this one. Okay, if you haven't, and I haven't put it on there yet, it's a real learning day today. If you have not stuck your stickies on yet and you're wondering how to do it, I just really simply make sure I've got it in the right spot so I know it goes up that way. I take half off and I line up the half side and then push it down. Once it's down, the sticky won't come back off. So just be mindful of that. I then fold this over and grab with my nail or the picker tool and I just fold it back on itself like that. So when you peel it, it's perfectly in the right spot. Try and stick the half that's complicated down first so it lines it up properly and then you won't have an issue. Okay, so we're just going to stamp this little guy on here. Now sometimes you have to stamp it once. Oh, no, it worked. Sometimes you have to stamp it once first when it's a new stamp to get the oils and things off it, especially with the photopolymer ones, not so much with the cling ones. Now I'm just going to trim this. Now I've actually done it on an angle, so let's see if I can cut this nicely on an angle. Just going to trim it down like that and I'll use my snip to do the edge. Now if you want sort of like a little banner edge, just cut it down to a little bit further down and then we're just going to snip in the middle, snip either side. And you've got like a little banner there. Now you can keep the banner just one-sided. You can do it both sides, whichever you want. I'm going to do it both sides for this particular card, but sometimes it's good just to do one side and line the other side up against the edge of the card. It's a good little effect. Okay, and now just assembling. So we'll burnish our edge of our card and we will glue this to the edge of our card. So you don't need too much Tombow. It's ridged, so I'm just going to put a little bit extra than I normally would. Now, when you're placing it on a card and it's a full face, the best thing to do is, especially if you're using Tombow, slide it down, turn it this way, slide it down, and then it perfectly aligns with the edge of every side. I find that's probably the best way to do it. And so that's your card there. And now we're going to use some dimensionals to stick all these down. So we're going to now it doesn't matter which side you use, because on this particular leaf it's ridged on both sides. So we're just taking off the backings of all our dimensionals. Just going to get a rough idea of where we want to place him. We're going to do the same with this. Now, the only thing with the this one, if we want dimensionals, we have to place them where the rhino is going to hide them. So what I'm going to do is I would just line the rhino up where they would be underneath. And now we can glue this one. We can glue on top flat. Just a little bit of Tombow glue. Let's have a look. Just like that. And so they will flap a little bit. That's okay. It's not going to do any damage. And then this little guy is going to sit on here. And I'm going to put this, I think I'm going to put this at his feet. I don't want to cover his feet too much. So I'm thinking we'll cover the front but not the back. So let's glue him down. Glue him just like that, and we'll glue this one down, but this one we're going to want a dimensional on this side. So we have the mini dimensionals as well, but I like to use the edges of my big dimensionals as well, so we don't waste anything. So we'll just make sure stuck that right to the edge. Put some glue on one side and the dimensionals on the other. And we're actually going to sit him just like that. Isn't he cute? Cute little rhino, look at him. Okay, and I just want to finish off with some bling. Now, if you don't have the right coloured bling, I would love to use sort of like a greeny colour, but I'm pretty sure, let's have a look. I don't have the exact green that I want. I've run out. This would be perfect, this Evening Evergreen green, but I've run out, as you can see. So I don't have the exact green that I want. So the best option is to make your own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some white pearls. I actually really love the iridescent pearls. I've been using them a lot. Maybe I've run out, but I bought extra, so I can't have run out of those ones. Oh, they're there. So I'm going to colour the iridescent pearls in the colour that I want. So we've got the dark shaded spruce blend, and all I'm going to do is colour in I normally do things as in batches of 3s or 5s, like uneven numbers. Hi, Elaine. Thanks for jumping on. We've just been showing off some of our beautiful new products, and I thought I'd just quickly make a simple card. So as I said, I do things in 2s or 3s, 3s or 5s, uneven numbers, because it just looks nicer. So with these, you just colour them in with your alcohol blends and it will dry within seconds. And I just grab them with my little picker tool and I'm just going to stick them down on there. So I get the green look that I wanted, even if I don't have all the green colours, like if I don't have embellishments that exact colour. So there's something really quick and easy. So there's another little Rhino Ready card that's really quick and easy, and using that beautiful ridged paper. What did we call it? It's in the mini catalogue. It's the textured 12 by 12 shimmer paper. It's really stunning and it blends so beautifully. So that's really quick and easy. So it goes along with this one, nice and quick and easy. All you're using is the punch and a bit of blending, and just colour in your little rhino. And there you have a cute little card. So I was really happy, really excited to be able to get this rhino. As you can see, I've made a few with the rhino now. I'm really loving this little rhino guy. He's quite cute, quite fun. So I hope that you have had fun playing along with me. Let me just, let me switch to the other one. I'm having good fun here. So if you've watched all the way through, you would have had a few laughs with me, a few scares, a few laughs. If you haven't, go back and watch it all the way through. But there was just a simple, easy card today. I just wanted to show off the new products. Don't be scared to go and have a look at them. Don't hold off if there's something that you love and want, because as I said, we don't know how long the online exclusives are going to last. And also with the new catalogue coming out in 7 to 8 weeks, it's a little it's a little scary. Oh, you're moving, Elaine. Well, I hope that the move goes really well. And hopefully it'll still be there when you've moved and you'll be able to get it then. It's really, moving is not a nice thing. I think I'm 35 and I've moved 43 times. So I feel for you. Moving is not fun, especially for those that have been in the same place for a long time. So hopefully that goes really well for you, Elaine. But yes, go and check out the Rhino set if you love it. Go, try not to hold out too long, but hopefully it's there for you when you're ready to unpack, Elaine. But have some fun. Have some fun with these, and know that you can use, and I wanted to show you like the textured shimmer paper that's in the mini catalogue. Know that you can go and get that and use it as well, because, you know, sometimes those things get overlooked in the catalogue and they actually create some really beautiful cards. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can become something quick and easy like that. Now, for anyone that lives in the New South Wales area, I've got people coming an hour and a half to my class on Monday. I'm very excited. We're having our first in-person class. I've been doing everything online so far, but we've had a few requests for in-person, so I've booked the local cultural centre for that. So just message me if you want details for that, or head over to my website, which I will put in. I'll put in the comments here. Hopefully this will work. And head over to the website and see the details for that. I've got fresh scones and jam coming that I'll make on the day as well. So I'll have a really nice morning tea and make some cards. We're using the Enjoy Your Journey suite, which I love, bright, beautiful colours. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that as much as I have. But I've had fun creating with you. I've had fun having a laugh with you and showing you things today. I'm going to head off now because I've got family home and I've got things to do because I got on late. But I promise I will make this more of a regular thing. It's lovely to catch up with you all, and I hope to see you in the coming weeks.